As the great Jedi Master Ben Kenobi once said, hello there. I'm Gavi Moraga, host of the Board Game Snobs. Thank you for checking us out. Thank you for listening to this episode. We are a ridiculous podcast with two ridiculous hosts, myself, Gabi, Jerry, soon to speak as the show continues on. The reason I'm doing this preamble is because we forget to do an introduction because we start fighting immediately this episode. If you're a long-time listener, what's new? If you're a new-time listener, if you're a new listener, thanks for checking us out. We are a ridiculous podcast. We are ridiculous hosts, and we discuss ridiculous things. And also board games. These episodes you are currently listening to, this episode is a continuation of a series, our top 25 board games of all time. This is at numbers 15 to 11. Next week will be 10 to 6, etc., etc. That's how numbers work when we count down. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for listening. Tell a friend, tell your family, rate, review, etc., etc., yada yada. And now, on with the show.
Welcome to the Board Game Snobs podcast. Critically harsh reviews with a touch of class.
And go.
I'm ready for it. The continuation of quite possibly the longest list of great games about board games on the internet.
No.
Yes.
None of that would be true.
Yeah.
There's lots of longer lists.
I didn't say that, though, because you don't pay attention to what I said.
You said the longest list of great games.
Of the greatest games.
But according to you.
Right. But it's subjective.
Okay.
So it's true.
You got to explain it again.
It's true, though.
Before every episode, you have to do the whole explanation.
And I'm doing that because that's dumb. Like
Go
this
listen
list.
back to top 25.
read
Well,
down-
then why are we doing it if it's so dumb?
It is dumb. Now you're just getting wine drunk over there. You got a
No,
glass
don't
of
look at
wine.
me.
Now you're getting facetious.
No, you're the one that's getting angry and irritated. That's a dumb list. You're the one that we're doing it.
As this list
We can stop
culminates
right now.
but we have to do it
Why?
because the people demand it. And if we don't do it, then we'll be pariahs. And so we have to sell out and do this.
I love her Christmas song.
To where we get to where we don't have to worry about this stuff anymore.
What if she named her child Pariah Carrie? And she's like, she's a pariah. Yes, you gave her that name.
You just don't tell her anything. Don't talk about her.
No, that's Bruno.
Either way, Bruno Carey. That doesn't make sense.
It's an Encanto joke, something you wouldn't understand.
Have you watched
But
Encanto?
your kids might. Yes.
You watched Encanto.
Yes, I watch all the DreamWorks Pixar stuff.
Oh, Lord.
Don't, oh Lord, man.
You have
They
no
bring-
kids. That's
you
weird.
You think they're only made? You think half them jokes kids get? No.
Those are for parents.
Toy Story, don't get me started on Little Mermaid and all the adult stuff they put in there, little hidden messages.
There wasn't no hidden messages in Little
Erections and
Mermaid.
stuff you
were
can't even
none.
notice.
There were, Andy, you would know about not noticing such things, but I'm just saying is that there is no
Pixar is for adults. They just happen to do it as a cartoon.
whatever. That's called magma. Or
Wait, what?
what's the cartoon Japanese stuff that
It's lava?
liquid hot
deep-
magma?
liquid hot
What's the
magma.
thing that Enrique listens to? Cartoon
Okay,
Japanese.
this is my thing. How do you remember like 3 words I said 5 years ago, but you can't remember manga
That's right. I had it right.
or manga? I don't know how
See,
you
you
say
don't
it.
even know.
Well, I know it's manga. It's either manga
That's
or manga.
what I said. Manga.
No, you said magma every time you refer to it.
Either way, people know.
I think you do it to like be silly and foolish looking.
talking about
You know what it really
hot
is.
cartoons. I don't. No, I don't.
Cartoons is pejorative. They call them animations
Why is cartoons pejorative?
because it's like, it's not a
Who
cartoon.
decided
It's not
that?
funny. It's not Bugs Bunny. It's not for children.
Are you saying cartoons
Because
are for
manga,
children?
lots of times is not for children. Most definitely
Can I
not
say,
for children.
Can I point something out? That if you have to change the term of something to something else so that you don't feel bad about it, then that's all you need to know. So if you can't call it a cartoon, and
I don't know the origination of cartoon. Like, what's animation? What's cartoon?
it's all the same. It's all colorful.
I'm going to look up Webster's dictionary.
I'm sure an animation,
the one and only true dictionary.
is something that's drawn, or created.
But I tend to call all animations cartoons. Like, all tissue is Kleenex to me.
That's a brand.
I know.
But that's different because we're talking about two specific terms and not naturally name brand tissues.
Cartoon definition. Cartoon, a simple drawing showing the features of its subjects in a humorously exaggerated way, especially a satirical one in a newspaper or magazine. Or, number 2, a motion picture using animation techniques to photograph a sequence of drawings rather than real people or objects. So it's the same thing as animation, according to this.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, you're watching cartoons, but you can't call it a cartoon because that would make it seem childish.
But if you were to say they're cartoonish looking, that would be number 1, where they're exaggerated.
Well, the most of them are. Like, there's very few realistic animations.
Arcane is a realistic animation, not a cartoon. It would not be exaggerated, but it is animation. So definition 2 is correct.
All right. So I'm just saying, you can go watch your children's movies if you want. I'm not shaming you. I'm just saying it's super
You've never
weird.
watched a Pixar and said that's a good movie.
I have kids, so I have to.
No, don't do that. Before you had kids.
Never have. It's always been in the context of me taking a child
No.
to a movie theater.
No.
Yes, I've never.
No.
Yes, as an adult, I have never willingly watched a cartoon or animation or anything.
Well, then
else.
you're missing out. You're missing out.
Well,
Because
no,
there's good animations that
I'm
are
literally-
not just for children.
I'm
It's not just little.
I'm literally not missing
They have
out. I'm
serious
watching them.
adult themes.
I don't know if they'd be that. I don't know.
Up has an old man whose wife dies in the first 3 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
And then it's him dealing with grief. That's not for children. It's pretty. It's nice. They might get some of the, they think the dog's funny because the dog talks and barks.
Right. Because
But-
it's a cartoon.
Yes, sure. Let's toss that in for the children.
It's a cartoon.
But it is not necessarily just for children.
No, I didn't say it was just for children.
You're calling me weird for watching a cartoon.
I'm saying it is odd.
No,
One
it is
must
not.
admit.
No, email boardgamesnobs@gmail.com.
Yes, please.
And tell us
if you
your
like
thoughts on watching animation shows.
cartoons. If you like magma, liquid hot magma, go ahead and so you can.
You're about to get my blood boiling like
email
magma.
and have Gobby, y'all can get together and talk about your cartoons.
My number 15 in this top 25 useless list that Jerry doesn't even want to do, but yet here we are doing it,
No, might as well make the best of it.
was Jerry's number 16.
We were so close to
We
being.
were so close.
Oh, we missed it by that much. It's our
Just
second crossover.
Ships passing in the night.
Il Magnifico.
That's right. Exactly.
Lorenzo.
As you said. Cranio. Also, Come On did it, I guess.
Who knows? It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. You can still buy it. It's on sale a lot.
Get it.
Get it while it's getting good.
You can build a good engine.
It's good.
Get your good engine going. If you like frustrating worker placement in a good way, this is the game for you.
El Magnifico. Il.
Are you trying to get my magma
I
going?
know. I have to. Il.
Lorenzo Il Magnifico.
Magnifico. I'm gonna make sure I get that right. Very nice. As
My number 15. What's your number 15, Jerry?
another crossover.
With something already said, eh?
Gold West.
Oh.
By Mr. J. Alex Cavern. There's not a lot to be said other than the fact that this is a great Euro that utilizes that Moncala mechanism to the nth degree. Wonderful game. Love the animations, artwork in this game.
Yamankala.
It's a that's appropriation. You said that last time, and you need to stop that.
I thought it
and
would
I
be good,
condemn
though.
that. No, I'm condemning that.
I would just say, yeah, man, Kala.
I condemn that. So we're moving along. Since we're moving along pretty quick, that's our 15. So
I know we'll be done
crossovers.
with this episode in 10 minutes
All right.
because you didn't want to banter a whole lot.
I said no. We bantered. There was plenty of banter. This is banter.
Just saying this is banter is banter?
Yes.
No,
This
no.
is conversation. This is banter.
Meta.
I'm all about the meta.
You told me not to go meta.
I was trying to go into the meta.
Actually, I told myself not to go meta.
Why
I go
you
meta
go-
too often
you
because I
do-
often talk about ourselves in the podcast.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
you point out things that don't need to be
I point
pointed
it out.
Just-
I'm like, there it is.
oh, it's like,
Hey, look, there it is.
blah, 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 blah. Like, no, leave it alone. Like, you're killing the vibe.
Oh, like you're the supreme
You're breaking the
podcast
fourth wall.
commander.
I am Supreme Podcast
I'm
Commander.
I'm the Deadpool of podcasting.
Oh,
looking
yeah.
right at you.
That's right.
That's right. My number 14. You know what? It's Cranio after Cranio.
Mm.
And I don't give a damn.
Cranio.
But I do, because I'm building dams in Barrage.
Ah, I get the joke.
Barrage, another Cranio game by my man. Oh, wait, no, he's not. Oh, yes, he is. Simone Luciani.
And two more.
Actually, the first one mentioned on BGG is Tommaso Battista.
I like
And then
Batista.
Simone Luciani.
Batista was the guy that he's the fighter.
Mhm.
He's the green,
Dave.
He's the green guy. Dave.
Guardians.
And he's in Dune.
2049.
He's in Dune.
He is in Dune. He's a
Didn't-
bad guy.
He did not Dune
He's
a lot.
harkening back to
Yeah, hopefully he'll Dune.
Blade Runner
he'll-
2049.
He'll Dune more in the second one.
Yes, he will. Most definitely.
I suspect so. We're not Dune with him.
Florence Pugh is going to be Princess Irulan. I like Florence Pugh a lot.
I like Florence Pugh. Who with Pugh?
Pugh. Florence Pugh. Dune.
Remind me who's
By
that?
Dillis Villeneuve.
Who's
Florence Pugh has been in, most notably, Midsommar. She was also in Little Women.
Oh,
But she was most recently the Black Widow.
gotcha. Yes, she's funny.
Black Widow's younger sister. She is humorous.
Hilarious.
She's very humorous, but also a great actress
I find her humorous.
as well.
As
As a doctor, you would find her humorous.
I would, and her Olnar.
Olnar Levinson.
Olnar that's the Thor's brother. Is this Thor's brother?
No, that's
Olnar?
the hammer.
That's a Viking. Milnor. I'm crush your femur with Olnor. What?
And I will find it humorous.
Bone jokes. Oh, they're never dry.
I'm a doctor, not a bone guy. Bones. Star Trek.
I love Star Trek.
Freaking love Star
Not
Trek.
Picard.
Picard is okay. I tried watching season 2, episode 1. I have given it 3 different attempts. It's so up its own butthole.
Wow.
It is. There's
a
no
hammer.
hemorrhoids there because hemorrhoids are not up. They're out. Right.
Right.
Sorry, that's kind of
There
gross.
are internal.
I guess that's why people don't like talking about hemorrhoids because they're gross.
Why are you piling on Star Trek?
That's a good one. Oh. Anyway, Barrage.
Oh, that's a great game.
It's a good game.
Water. Yeah, Barrage is an excellent game. I'm
Barrage is, we broke it out here several more months ago now, but it's one of those games that it can be analysis paralysis inducing because there's so much going on. And also the little trails of where everything goes is kind of hard to follow. So you got to look and see if the water here is going to generate power there and which dam it's going to. There's a lot going on. Plus that freaking electricity power up charging board is not intuitive.
No.
And about halfway through, we're like, oh crap, this is not how we do that. It doesn't add up. It's just like your max level of power that you've created is where you stay at.
It's not a cumulative.
Not a cumulative. It's a cumulonimbus, which rains down, provides water to this barrage.
Precipitation.
No breathing.
Love this game.
Great game. My number, where we at?
That was my 14.
My 14 is a game that has stuck with us. It was the game of whenever it came out. It was like one of the first games we awarded Game of the Year to. The Godfather.
Oh.
The one by Come On
Corleone's Empire.
and Mr.
We've
Eric
had several Come On games.
Lang. Eric Lang did a fine job on The Godfather. I know I've been harsh on a lot of his games in the past. The reason I like The Godfather is not only the theme, but also how the combat with the worker placement works, the area control / influence / the scoring, having to not only get your money, but also score it by putting it in your little tin. And as well as the fact that I have found that it plays just as well with multiple players as it does two-player. I've played this game many times with Enrique two-player.
Scales very nicely.
And enjoyed it thoroughly. It's been overlooked. You can find it on sale many times. The Godfather, I truly enjoy this game.
It frustrates me that all that trilogy of Blood Rage, Rising Sun, and Ankh get all the
Adulation.
No breathing.
platitudes, whatever you want to
Not
call
platitudes.
it. Okay.
Adulation.
It gets all the
Congratulations. Esteem.
whatever. There's another word I cannot think of. Anyway,
Prestige.
left behind is Godfather. And to me, it's the best of them. Even though I haven't played Ankh, have no desire to because I hear mixed things about that. But we have played Blood Rage.
It's good.
Fine. But Godfather is really good. And I wonder if the theme of the Godfather, like it just doesn't connect with a lot of people. Like a lot of people maybe not have seen it or they don't care or they think it's just like...
They've not been made a deal.
Or they think it's like, I played this game before I saw Godfather and I still enjoyed it a lot.
Right.
I think that might throw people off because the Godfather's like very niche.
You look like Marlon Brando in the later years.
How so?
Well, have you seen Marlon Brando in the later years?
I want you to say it out loud.
I'm just saying your structure is very Marlon
How so?
Brando-ish. I'm going to post a picture of you. Your face is very Marlo Brando-ish.
Marlo?
You're drinking Merlot.
Merlot.
You're a Marlo drinking Merlot.
When I lived in Idabel, Oklahoma, I lived next to a Marlo.
All right, Brando. Friendo.
I lived next to Marlo, Rod, and Mod. They were my bros.
That's my number 14. You're number 13, sir.
My number 13, Hansa Teutonica.
Very nice.
This game is older, apparently.
Got re-released.
But it got re-released in 2020 with a big box. Designer Andreas Steeding and publisher Pegasus Spiel. This game is, for me, the quintessential cube pusher.
It is.
Because you literally push people's cubes out of the way.
Sometimes you move your own cubes around to fool people.
And your route building and your worker placementing.
It's German route building.
And you just, if you want to go here and you do this and that, well, you can push other people's cubes out of the way. And it's really, really good. Network, route building, tech trees. You have a personal player board that's kind of scythe-ish. And that you're upgrading, and depending on your upgrades, it enables you to do more and more in the game itself. This is the type of game I was talking about that in 3 episodes ago in Anno 1800. I like games that evolve. And in this one, the game evolves because as you're playing, much like Scythe, you're improving your abilities as a player. And as the game goes on, you're able to do more and more. The things you do become more powerful. I like that a lot in this game. Plus, it is also just a super tight worker placement game that Anno 1800 is not. Anyway, Hansa Teutonica, my number 13 personal favorite game of all time as of the publishing of this podcast in 2022.
Andre Steeding is also the designer of Gone, which was a game that I didn't particularly care for, but got a lot of praise, and I see the value of it. He also produced a game that has been on my want list that looks absolutely beautiful. Stroganov, Stroganov. Stroganoff. But that's
Michael?
No.
Oh.
But it looks like it's similar because you
Beef?
you're exploring the Siberian. So is
Stroganoff.
That's how I spelled it right. So yeah.
Strogonaff.
It's like hamburger helper. Mm-hmm. So are you Michael Stroganoff?
Or beef stroganoff.
You got to beef with somebody. But yeah, the game that I've been looking forward to have not obtained it.
I remember playing this game the first time. Jerry, was it a Kickstarter? Whatever it was. We finally got it. And I've heard Christian Soul Train of Superboard Sunday. Do they make podcasts anymore? I don't think so. Brian, are you listening? He loved this game. And I think this game is on BGA. At least it used to be.
I don't know.
I need to check that out. But it is the quintessential. It is the quintessential cube pusher.
Hansa Teutonica. That's your number 13?
13, bruh.
My number 13 is a game.
It's a game, not the game.
It's not the game because it's just number 13. It does, however, involve royalty.
Royals
Yes. No. Lords.
of Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely. Lords of Vegas is a great game. It's even better.
Or just the singer. Lord sang a song called Royals. Look at there.
If you play and enjoy craziness, dice chucking, and at the same time a little bit of negotiation, a little bit of area control, a little bit of betting, a little bit of just randomness in your games, Lords of Vegas is an amazing game. I absolutely love what this game is because it allows you to go build up casinos, take over other casinos, go to other people's casinos and play games, earn money, or lose all your money, all at the same time competing and having a great time. Lords of Vegas is nothing but fun. And
This was your number 7 previously in your top 10.
correct. I view this as a very random game, which I don't particularly like, and it also has a smattering of negotiation. That's what kind of brings it up. But either way,
So far in this top 25 list, you have mentioned your previous number 2, Game of Thrones, your previous number 4, Lorenzo, your previous number 6, Godfather, and now your previous number 7, Lords of Vegas.
spoiler alert, my top 10, 6 games have dropped out.
I was about to say 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 right there.
6
Yeah.
games have dropped out of my top 10,
Okay.
my previous top 10. Lords of Vegas, excellent game. I believe it's still readily available. No need to
Readily
buy.
available.
No need to buy. the
Or
expansion.
Ridley
The
available.
expansion. Ridley Scott Productions. You, sir.
My number 12 is brand spanking new.
Woo!
Kind of, as of last year. No, 2 years ago. Good Lord, we're in 2022.
Pandemic.
Dune Imperium.
Ah.
Dune Imperium came into my life and swept me off my feet. Even without me having reading the book, I was in the process of reading the book because of all this Dune-ness that was to come. And there's been a lot of Dune. There's so many Dune games, and there's a new one called Arrakis on its way. But Dune Imperium is a area influence combat set collection.
There's a little bit of that.
Categories. Category. Novel based.
What kind of categories is that?
There's a category. Mechanisms. Card play, conflict, deck, bag, and pool building.
Nobody cares about that.
Oh, it does have a solo that I wasn't crazy about the first time I played, but after a couple of plays, I did enjoy the solo.
It's a bot.
I love this game.
It's a great game.
It is my number 12, Dune Imperium by Paul Dennen, publisher Direwolf, which also comes with a very nice app that can keep track of things for you. I like the combat. For me, this game would not be the same without that little combat arena.
That little combat arena adds just a saison.
It's just like,
And the
otherwise you're just running up tracks via Lost Ruins of Arnak.
Well, this game is all about not only your worker placement, but being able to play the cards. And I think the most ingenious thing, 2 things that it does is, one, that combat. It's not the focal point of the game, but it's something you have to pay attention to. It's great. Plus the fact that the cards that you don't play to activate, you use the rest of them for resources. I love that mechanic.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Dune's
Yeah,
one of the best games come out here in the past couple of
It
years.
is. Yes, very much so.
Number 12, digging deep here. This is a game that doesn't get any love. I feel that this is this particular designer's finest game. He has games that are ranked much higher, but for me and mine, not only is this a great solo game, but the way that the card play works and the area influence and everything about this game is wonderful, except, of course, the board itself is awful. I think they even come up with a different edition that changed the color palette of Blackout Hong Kong, which is Alexander Pfister's best game. It is not Great Western Trail. It's certainly not that monstrosity that was Maracaibo.
That's rough.
I have not got to play Cloud Age. I've heard great things about it.
Mombasa.
Blackout Hong Kong is about Hong Kong losing all power. You are emergency managers having to deploy your workers via cards, and it is just a great theme about managing these resources that are so tight and so random, and you just have to make do with what you have. The solo works well. The multiplayer works well. Everything about this game is just spot on, and I cannot believe that more people do not latch on to this game. If you like Alexander Pfister's games and you like that type of card play that he did in Maracaibo, and also apparently there's some of that in various other games of his, I think of Mombasa. which is his second best game, by the way.
I love my boss.
My Boss is amazing. Then Hong Kong Blackout is,
This game would probably be higher up on my list, but I've only played that one time with you, and I liked it, but I wanted to play it again, but you've packed it away.
Yep.
Along with everything else. I think what holds this game back from being ranked higher because people are shallow is just its appearance. It is a blackout in Hong Kong. So much of the board is simply just dark. And I'm going to say right now, one of my favorite mechanisms that has shot to the top of my favorite mechanisms. Because all the games I think about that I love and that I like, Rondell. That's my boy. I've been saying that, and we've been talking about it, and of course, that's one of those, every mechanism that comes about, Jerry says he doesn't like it. You said that about Rondells, but almost, I've got so many games that I love where a Rondell is a key component of the game, and I love the Rondell because you can go 2 or 3 spaces. To go further is going to cost you, and that's a nice mechanism to bring restraint, to rein you in. And this game has that mechanism, and it differentiates. Like every round, don't you shake things up and throw them back out?
The Rondell is not. The Rondell is the resources, and so you shake up, throw out there, and these dice get placed out there. What type of resources? And
then you got to play cards to
and you
do
move
what you
around
want.
trying to get what you want. So it's like you have to expend resources to go get. It's very thematic. You have to spend these truck resources to move around the Rondell to get access to certain resources and use these resources to get people what they need. This is an amazing game, and if you're this is a Euro player's dream. This is a great game. It upsets me that it is not more popular.
And I think like Maracaibo was all the rage, and it's got this bright blue green board because it's the ocean.
Is trash. I understand Great Western Trail. If you like Great Western
likes
Trail,
Rondells because all these games are Rondells.
Yeah, it's fine.
Except maybe one boss.
Maracaibo is trash. Anybody who likes Maracaibo is misguided. Repent now.
And it's colonialization.
Yes, I didn't even
How
bring
dare
that.
you?
Why not go help the people of Hong Kong turn the lights back on?
There you go. That's all you got to do.
Do you not like Hong Kong? Are you Godzilla?
Oh, yeah.
Get it.
Actually, Godzilla defends Hong Kong.
But he always destroys
even
it.
though he destroys it.
And the new Godzilla, the one that come out here, I can't remember.
God versus Kong.
No,
Oh.
the real Godzilla. Not that crap that you watch, the mainstream stuff. I'm talking
How
about.
dare you?
I'm talking,
You think you're so mainstream. Star Wars is freaking mainstream and you love it. Don't talk about mainstream and the pejorative.
it is. I am talking about the pejorative.
Such a hipster.
You don't tell me what to do. I'm talking about. Dadgummit. I can't ever find this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go ahead. Do your next one. That was my number 12.
You talking about the one with Bryan Cranston in it?
No, I'm talking about the real Godzilla. Go about your business.
First of all, there is no real Godzilla.
Oh, there is a real Godzilla.
It is a fictional creature. My number 11.
Godzilla Shin, by the way.
Godzilla's Shin. King Kong kicked it, and that's why he defeated Godzilla.
Please don't make fun of the language. Shin Godzilla, Shin Godzilla.
Shin is the shin on my leg.
That is the Godzilla.
I don't know what you're saying
because
right
you
now.
haven't watched it.
Oh, so?
It is the Godzilla, Shin Godzilla. It's the actual Japanese Godzilla.
Is that the very first episode, the very first movie?
I said 2016.
So how is that the Godzilla?
Because it is.
It's not the original.
Yes, it is. The original.
In 2016.
Are you not following what I'm saying?
No.
Okay. It's the original Godzilla. The Godzilla from the old ones. They have made him in multiple movies. This is the...
He also appeared in Godzilla vs. Kong.
No, he didn't. That's a made-up new one.
No.
Yes, it is. Does look nothing like him.
You don't know.
Yes, it's with your eyes. It is not the same Godzilla. This is the Godzilla.
You're talking about a fictional dragon lizard.
It's the same thing with James Bond. There is the James Bond and being in these movies. This is the Godzilla. Shin Godzilla.
Just kick him in it then.
You're making fun of the language, and you're showing yourself as being hateful towards the people of Hong Kong.
Oh, is that what I'm doing?
Send all your hate mail to boardgamesnobs@gmail.com. If we have any listeners in Hong Kong or Japan or anything like that, send your harshly worded letters to Gabi. Go ahead, sir.
One of my favorite things about the new Godzilla is his radioactive breath, because that's the first light you see to victory over the bad monsters. My number 11 is Circadian's first light. Well, that was a big stretch, but I want to use it. My number 11, Circadians.
Go after it.
Not locusts, not Circadians.
They make that noise.
And not Acadians, which apparently is like Louisiana people.
That messes up your rhythm.
Circadian rhythm method.
Can't sleep.
First light, you wake up, you're like, I've been asleep.
What's that noise?
And they're going to want to freeze daylight saving time.
They are. They're going to do it. Thank God.
No. Get
Zilla.
rid of it altogether.
What do you mean get rid of it?
I don't want to be stuck in daylight saving time.
I just want them to stop moving the clock. I don't care what they do with it.
But I want to fall back, then get rid of it.
Why?
Because I've lost that hour of sleep for eternity.
No, you haven't.
I have.
No, you haven't.
It's gone.
No, you haven't.
If they keep it like it is, I will never get it back.
What do you mean?
We've time traveled to the future, 1 hour.
No,
we'll never get it back.
Stopping it. They're stopping it.
It will forever be dark when I come home from work. Even more so in the future.
Do you not know how that works, though?
It's daylight saving time.
No.
They move you forward. That way you get up earlier in the summer and the daylight lasts longer for the freaking farmers or whatever they say.
Yeah.
And in the winter, you would fall back because it gets dark super early, like 5 o'clock.
So you're going to come home when it's dark.
But now it's going to get dark at 4 o'clock because they're going to leave it the same.
That's fine.
It is fine. Circadian's first light. Designer S.J. McDonald, not Shem Phillips,
Not Norm.
not Sam.
Normally, Norm.
Sam was the artist, Sam Phillips.
I like Sam.
Publisher Garfield Games, though. This game is severely underrated because all of Shem's games get all the praise.
So underrated. I don't know if I've rated it. Hang on a second.
Raiders of Scythia, Raiders of the North Sea, Viscounts of the West Kingdom, all these West Kingdom games.
They all suck.
They all do, except for Raiders of the North Sea,
Which has been killed
and
by
Raiders of Scythia.
Raiders of Scythia, which they're the same game.
I want to replay Viscounts to see if I missed something.
You may have.
But this Circadian's First Light by S.J. McDonald,
Which is getting a reprint, an expansion. Get on it.
And there's also another, like in the same universe, but they're taking this and making it something else.
Crickets at Dawn. I don't know what else.
No, there's another, either like a part 2 or, what they call spiritual successor or something like that coming out with this game.
Circadian Second Dinner.
But it's more of I think it's more of like a area control type game. Anyway, this game doesn't get talked about enough because all his other games, not S.J. McDonald, he's a designer, but it's all Shem's games get all the glory, and Circadian's First Light kind of gets left in the dust. The things you get in the game, the resources in the game, they are fiddly.
They're little bitty.
They're little bitty for my big fat fingers to constantly be, get 10 of these, get 5 of these. They do need that resource track that would get rid of that.
They need a bigger box, bigger pieces. This game is Bubba approved. Me and Bubba were the ones that discovered this game.
You are, and y'all played this at BGG, and then you talked to me about it. We purchased it.
No, Shem sent it.
Oh, that's right. Very nice. Thank you, Shem.
Shem Godzilla sent
Shem
this.
Shiminy, Shem Shiminy,
He
Shem
sent it
Shem
to us.
Shrew.
Thank you, Shem.
A fantastic solo.
And a great, even though the artwork is very cartoonish.
I don't have a problem with the artwork. It's different.
It's different. I like that artwork.
I do too.
It's off the chain.
I like it. Artist, Sam.
Good job, Sam. Godzilla. Sam Godzilla.
Why you keep referring everything to Godzilla?
Because Shem Godzilla.
Oh
See what I'm doing with that?
Okay.
I cannot believe you're shaming me after that Godzilla
I'm
light
shimming
thing.
you.
Okay. So,
That was my number 11.
Can I do a bad pun too? Is that all right?
Go for it.
This is the worst game to try to do a bad pun to. I don't know what to do. Well, like, since we're talking about, since the I don't know, the hemorrhoids or the gateway. I don't know what you're thinking to Yo Lang.
Gates of Loyang.
Yes.
Okay.
I know where I was going with that. Gates of Loyang. Uwe Rosenberg game. Uwe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great game. Matter of fact, it's better than Misery Farm.
Agricola?
Yeah. It's better than Fields of Earl.
That's my name.
It's better than Feast for Odan. Feast with Boudin. It's better than most of his games. Matter of fact, it's the only Uwe on my list.
I don't think I have one, and I would probably agree. I like Fields of Earl a lot.
Gates of Loyang has a great solo. It is an amazing game about being vegetable farmers at the gates of Yo Lang, and selling your vegetables, growing them in your fields, and managing your customers. You can make people mad when you don't fulfill your orders, and at the same time, there's some gotcha elements to it, too, that you can add in to kind of go back and forth with the other players and interact. It's a wonderful game. It's a tasty minstrel game.
Needs to be redone. Bought up by somebody else.
They're done for, so you need to get this game because nobody talks about it because they keep talking about Agricola and Caverna and all that other...
I know. This game is superior to those.
Just please.
What I like about this game is very simple and is very... Like, you know how there's like things you like about it? Oh, that's cool. Like I was talking about that Anno 1800 does not have. What I like about this game is the way you get a vegetable, plant it, and then it populates. Boom.
Boom.
You have a field of that vegetable now.
Exactly how it happens in real life.
And then you harvest one of each every round.
Put it in your wagon.
I like that.
And you can't keep your vegetables.
I like that.
Because they'll rot.
I like that.
I like it a lot. That is my number 11.
Good choice.
It is a good choice.
I approve.
I'm glad you do. Was that your... Were we good?
You went...
Are you at your number 11? This is why I've been keeping track.
No, I went first. It's the last one. It's the last podcast.
Okay, so are we done?
So my number... Yeah, because my number 15... my number, yeah.
Pretty good.
I've been writing your stuff down. I went first this time. We've alternated.
I'm glad we're going to stop being meta. So this is it for this episode. Your number 11 was something.
Well, I will tell you real quick, a rehash. My number 15 was your 16, Lorenzo, followed up by another Cranial, Barrage, then Hansa Teutonica, then Dune Imperium, then Circadian's Rhythm.
Nice. Mine was Gold West, Godfather, Lorenzo, Blackout, and Gates of Loyang.
No, not Lorenzo. Lords of Vegas.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lords of Vegas.
Blackout, then Gates of Loyang.
Can't even read my own handwriting.
I know. I've been writing it all down for that very reason.
Been drinking some Shiner.
I'm going to give you a Shiner, say.
Oh, yeah. Don't make fun of my culture.
No violence.
Anti-violence.
I'm Gabi.
This is Jerry. Come back next week for more of this list.
10? We break through the top 10.
This is
the big
This
one.
is what's funny. Everybody stop listening for 3 weeks because that's what everybody does. You skip these episodes and you just listen to the top 10. That's all you do. And if you should feel foolish if you've listened to all this.
Hey, you know what we should do?
What?
We never come out with the top 10.
We should just stop, leave a cliffhanger.
You know what would suck? If I die and then we don't get the top 10. That's it.
I would do a posthumous top 10. Oh, thank God we would like this game.
You like talking about like stuff I hate.
You start crying. And like, he really likes Enyo. He thought he was setting that as a bunch of joke. That's his new number 1. And yeah, that's what we should do.
But we're not. We're going to do our top. You know what? Lest we perish between now and then,
which is possible.
You never know.
This
what is
could
life?
Get infected.
What a gangrenous hemorrhoid?
You could bite your tongue.
They have to
bleed out.
They have to amputate one of your butt cheeks, and then they take out my tongue. You can't sit and podcast, and I can't talk.
I can't stand for it.
What are we gonna do?
You would be driving your truck, eating your Subway, and bite your tongue and bleed out while you're driving. Wreck your truck into some. No, that'd be horrifying.
It's a dark ending.
What happened to
him?
Ending. I don't know.
We should have stopped this 3 minutes ago.
But why? Why?
All right. Thanks for listening. Hey, if you enjoy us, tell a friend.
Hey, don't forget about the geek Board Game Geek Buddy analysis thing. Do that too.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
on.
they've already forgot.
I forgot for 2 episodes, but thankfully I remembered.
Join our Facebook group, which will be linked in the show notes of this episode.
Doesn't matter.
Show notes, something that Jerry doesn't know nothing about because he doesn't mess with any of that.
Doesn't matter. I'm too busy managing the Geek Buddy analysis. Plus, it's like it doesn't matter if you're a bot. We will still approve you into the group.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Post what you want.
I'm
Wild West.
Gabby. That's Jerry.
No,
Bye-bye.
no, don't. We've already got a strike on us on Facebook.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.